Back with you on the Newsfeed PM. Thanks for staying on now. Following that major drug bust earlier this week, Police Minister Senzo Mchunu and police officials in Mpumalanga in Standerton, the police and the Hawks successfully raided laboratories there and discovered drugs worth 40 million rands. The police minister just held a briefing moments ago outlining some of the details of the raids and what they would have discovered in terms of drugs, cash, luxury cars, and those who would have been arrested. Ziniko Mhlaba is on the ground for us, as I promised you. He is now bringing us the latest. What are we learning, Ziniko? I believe you've got the Hawks head there with you.
Yes, indeed, Prati. We do have now the Hawks head, General Libya, who was one of the top officials who were leading this particular visit here in Standerton in Mpumalanga. As you rightfully said, indeed, this has been a very long day for us members of the media as we've been trying to really trace the steps of this organized crime. And what came out, Prati, is actually the location of this particular operation. We're talking about 3 crime scenes, which include residential areas in one of the suburbs here in Standerton, but also a farm where there was some storage that was located in that farm, but also just the house away behind us here was also used as a storage facility. As you can see, those heavy and expensive machinery there the minister was talking about. So the minister did raise some concerns in terms of the proximity of these crime scenes to localities, and he also said that, well, through the work of law enforcement agencies, they managed to discover that actually some of these drug dens are actually within boundaries of the municipalities, also raising very serious concerns. They're saying that the municipalities themselves must ensure that they have the right details. They're able to monitor their own properties which are being rented out to some local businesses. But for more details now in terms of how this particular work was done and the duration of it, I'm joined by Hawks head Advocate Libya. Thank you very much for your time. Very successful operation from what we've heard. Talk to us about the work that went into getting us to where we are right now, but also broadly, what is the state of drug crimes in South Africa, and how would you really describe the situation from your own experience, from the data that you've collected through the work that you've been doing as Hawks?
Thank you very much. Indeed, you are correct. The minister have already indicated that a lot of work was put into the investigation to identify these places where drugs were manufactured. We will not really be revealing how we got the information. What we can say is that we encourage the community with the little bit of information that they will be having, bring it to the attention of law enforcement agencies. We will work on that, and at the end of the day, we will show a product of this nature. As the minister shall have indicated, 9 arrests were effected, and then 8 are on the court roll. They will be trying to apply for bail when the court comes next time. With regard to the stats that you are talking about, the successes that we have been registering, the DPCI is hard at work when it comes to serious organized crime and other related criminal activities. With regard to the clandestine laboratories alone, over the past 7 years, we have actually dismantled more than 200 clandestine laboratories countrywide. I'm not counting this one that we are sitting at today. And we do not only want to be dismantling clandestine laboratories, but over and above, we would like to arrest those who are involved in this, including the taking away of the proceeds of these illegal activities. We have arrested over 200 suspects for that period that I'm talking about. A lot of assets have also been confiscated. A number of vehicles have been forfeited to the state and sold so that the money is deposited into the criminal assets account. You shall have heard the minister only in this one saying that more than 3,600,000 has been found in one of the vehicles. That is how serious the criminals are.
Have you been able to trace the background of the resources which are used. We're talking about money here. That will maybe talk to the issues of the profile of the individuals who are really behind these operations. Can you give us a hint of what kind of people are really behind this in terms of their profile, their financial resources, but also have you been able to trace the monies themselves in terms of their origins?
Yeah, in terms of those that have been arrested, we have indicated that we have got Mozambican nationals and 2 South Africans. So those are the ones that are at court, 6 from Mozambique and 2 from South Africa. The other one has obviously been released. The resources is what we are working on. We have got ideas, but obviously we don't want to reveal that at this stage. There is a lot of work that need to go on this. We have got our priority crime specialized investigation that look at the assets, so they are hard at work. We have got the National Prosecuting Authority that is also working with us, so that if we identify these assets, they can start the process of getting some orders so that we can take those resources. Already the one that are the low-hanging fruits is the more than 3 million rands in cash that was kept. So maybe the owner will come and explain how this money is kept in the boot of a vehicle. But really, the members are hard at work.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Libea. There was also head of the Hawks, just giving us more insights in terms of this particular operation. And indeed, Prati, this house we're in is actually, at the heart of the actual community itself. So these are some of the tools which were used to store material. And of course, earlier on, I spoke about that heavy machine. You see there, that machine, according to some of the law enforcement agencies behind this investigation, saying that looking at it, it's a machine that is actually used in actual production of tablets in the public space, but also in the private sector. So it's not just a machine that they created. It's a very expensive machine which is legally used elsewhere to produce tablets. But these individuals have been able to produce those tablets, legal looking tablets, from this garage here in Standerton. So that's where things are at this point. It seems as if now the focus will be trying to trace the owners of that over 3 million which was found inside a Mercedes-Benz in the very same property. 3 crime scenes were identified operating under one operation, but also that talks to the issue of the syndicate and how well organized these crimes have been. So that's where we leave things here in Standerton for now, Prati.
Ziniko Mhlaba, appreciate your intervention this afternoon. That's Ziniko there for us in Standerton in Mpumalanga.